Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Katie, and in today's video I thought I would share with you what I'm going to be taking on a little staycation in terms of an urban sketching kit. So what I'm going to be taking most of my supplies in is this pencil case here, which has seen better days. I've had this for a long time, but I really like it because it doubles up as a pen pot and it opens up really wide. So I'm just going to go through this pile of stuff that I want to take with me. I'm just going to go as and when the first things I grab. So let's go for some pens first. The obligatory, just standard Bic black biros. Can't go wrong with those. I've got an Aquadesiac Jane Davenport brush pen, which is really good if I want to do some inking that's in a different colour. This ink is also water soluble if you get to it quickly, which is handy sometimes. Next I've got some fine sandpaper for when I need to rub down and sharpen up a paper stump. Sorry about the Velcro noise. And this just goes in that little pocket there. I've got a pipette for filling up my water brushes. And the water brushes that I will be using, these are just really cheap ones from Hobbycraft. I think they came in a pack of 3 and I've had them forever, as you can see by their gnarly appearance. But I've got sort of like a medium point and, oh, if I can get the lid off. Oh, can't get the lid off. Talk amongst yourselves. I've got a flat tip one here for when I want to do like broader and bigger washes of colour. So I've recently picked up these pens, which I haven't fully tested out yet, which is why I want to add them into my sketching kit. These are Unipin fine liners and they are water and fade proof pigment ink, which is the main reason why I got them, because I do have a lot of pens like this, but all the ones I've got are water soluble. And I really want to start experimenting a bit more with ink and watercolour. So this one is in a light grey. This all came as one set. So you get a sepia, I think this is a sepia. Yeah, sepia brush pen, a light grey brush pen, dark grey, a black, this is the black one, and then you get a 1 point black fine line pen. So the 1 point is like that, so it's pretty chunky, but also good for adding details if you want something smaller than the brush pen. And this is the brush pen. I haven't used this type of brush pen before, so I'm interested to see what they're like. Gradually filling up the pencil case. In terms of brush pens and carrying on down that road, this is the Pentel pocket brush pen, which I've used for years and years on and off. I really enjoy using. It's more like using an actual paintbrush, and it's got a very fine tip on it. And the ink in it is really lovely. It's really, really black. Let's carry on with the pens. So here we got some white jelly rolls. These are coming to the end of their life now. I have had these a long time and they're gradually running out, which is also another reason why I want to take them, to run them out so I'm not carrying them around with me anymore. This is the white jelly roll in a 10, and I've got a 5, which is really fine, and an 8 as well. And so this is the white pen that I have started enjoying using more. This is the Uni Posca in the fine nib, and it's the fine bullet shaped one. They do another type of nib for this that I don't seem to get on with. I seem to wear them down really quick because I'm quite rough with my paint pens, but this one seems to be holding up. So I'll take that one with me. Here is the paper stump I'm going to be taking with me. There's not really a lot you can say about paper stumps, they are what they are. And for actually sketching, I've got a standard HB pencil. It's unbranded. I think this came as part of like a kid's Halloween pencil set that I got years ago. This is a really cheap WH Smith's red colouring pencil, because sometimes I like sketching in red. And this is a jumbo rainbow pencil, because sometimes I like sketching with that as well. Sometimes it's fun sketching in coloured pencils and different colours. And I'm going to be bringing another few pencils with me, not loads, but this is a WH Smith 4B sketching pencil. And I've got a woodless 6B pencil. What else have we got here? Faber-Castell Polychromo Warm Grey 5. And what I'm trying to do is any of my pencils that are in sort of like neutral tones that are quite small, I'm going to try and like add into my sketching kit as and when, so I can use them through and then get new ones. This is a Warm Grey 2. And here are my other teeny tiny pencils that I'm hoping to finish up. This is a Payne's Grey. Payne's Grey, I use this colour across the board in all different mediums a lot. This is my all-time favourite colour, really, Payne's Grey. It's really good if you want to create dark neutrals without using black, or if you want to create muted tones when say like you might only have like really bright colours with you and a Payne's Grey. If you mix the Payne's Grey in with bright colours, they become muted. I have my teeny tiny white polychromos and a black. Next I have just a standard Staedtler like school eraser. Usually I use a like putty type eraser, but I don't have anything suitable to put this in yet. So once I've found a way of transporting this where it's not going to stick to everything, then I might take that with me as well. But for now I thought, well, this will do. This will do. We're not stressing about the outcome of any of the sketches that I might make here. Right, so let's get that in there a bit better. And then finally in the pencil case is just a couple of spare ink cartridges for the Pentel pocket brush pen, because you never know when you might need some more. So that is all of that, so that's pretty compact. And then for a sharpener I'm going to be taking my Faber-Castell, I think this is called the Trio pencil sharpener. Again, I've had this a really long time. I really like this pencil sharpener. It's got a jumbo slot, one for normal graphite and one for the colour pencil. And then when you want to empty it, you just pull it apart like that, so you don't get your bits, your sharpenings flying everywhere. Next thing I'm going to be taking with me is, now this isn't lens cleaner, I have used the lens cleaner, washed it out and refilled it with water so that I can spray my watercolours, and also if I'm out and I've got the pipette and I run out of water in one of my water brushes, I can just fill it up from here. So it's a really compact, easy way to carry some water around with you. And so the watercolours that I'm going to bring with me, this is one of the original Jane Davenport tins. Not all of the watercolours in here are by Jane Davenport, but most of them are. Most of the watercolours I have in general are actually. So if I take you through the ones that aren't, and then, you know, by process of elimination, all the others will be by Jane Davenport, because I can't remember the names of all the ones that she had, and I'm pretty sure the original watercolours that she did have been discontinued now, because she's brought out loads of new lovely ones. So I've got a bit of paper, I've come prepared. So I did have a Daler Rowney white in here, but I switched that out for the Jane Davenport one because I just wasn't getting on with it. It wasn't very I mean, it's only a mixing white, and traditionally you're not really supposed to use white anyway, but I don't use any of my supplies traditionally, so I'm not bothered by that. But yeah, the Daler Rowney one just wasn't what wasn't my jam. So I took that one out and put the Jane Davenport one in. Right, so the ones that I've put in are all by Talons. So this is just their primary like yellow. Then we've got a name that I'm going to absolutely butcher. Alizarin Crimson. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce that. Then we've got Scarlet, although they could be the other way around. Yeah, there's me thinking that I was being organised when really I wasn't. Then we've got Payne's Grey, Burnt Umber, Deep Green, Yellow Ochre, and I forgot to write down the name of the blue, but we have a blue. I'm pretty sure it's ultramarine blue with that one, because it's not dark enough for it to be. These are still a little bit wet because I've just been using them. Yeah, it's not really dark enough to be a phthalo blue, so I think it's an ultramarine blue. And then the rest of the tin are all Jane Davenport watercolours. That's the colouring medium that I'm going to be taking with me, and it's got a nice thumb ring on the back. And then the sketchbook I'm going to be using is just a really simple little A6 sketchbook that I've just covered with some scrap paper and some sticky black plastic. That makes me sound like I'm on Blue Peter. If you're from the UK, you know what I'm talking about. And I've just got this bulldog clip on here to keep it shut, and it's also handy when you're out and about and you want to keep your pages open while you're drawing and sketching. I have no idea where I got this sketchbook from. I've got a few of them, and I've had them for so long that I can't remember where I got them. But they are just a very simple, cheaply made sketchbook. The paper is somewhere between cartridge paper and mixed media paper. So it's not that great really for watercolours if you wanted to put down loads and loads of different layers of washes and stuff. But for like illustration purposes and quick sketches, it's really good. It's got a little bit of tooth to it, but it is fairly smooth. So yeah, that is going to be my little holiday sketching kit, urban sketching kit. So yeah, there we go. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I hope you all have a really lovely creative week, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!